Welcome to this morning's Daily Deep Dive. It is Friday, March 13th, 2026, and the sun is just starting to come up over TPC Sawgrass.
Yeah, round two of the Players' Championship is upon us.
Exactly. And the vibe out there today is, well, it's already incredibly tense.
Oh, absolutely. The anxiety is palpable.
Right. So our mission for you today is to prep you for all of today's action. We're combining a recap of Thursday's chaotic opening round with, an insider's look at the tee times, the course conditions, and the strategic challenges facing these players today.
And there are a lot of challenges out there.
Oh, tons. Okay, let's unpack this. Approaching the Friday cut line at TPC Sawgrass is like playing high-speed musical chairs, except the chairs are worth a cut of a massive $25 million purse.
That's a great way to put it. And to understand why the players look so stressed, you really have to look at the course setup today. The Tour is treating this like a major championship.
Unapologetically so.
Right. We are looking at incredibly firm Poa Trivialis greens, and they already have this noticeable brown tinge to them.
Already, on a Friday morning.
Yeah, which is wild. And the fairways, they have that champion fine overseed, so they're incredibly tight.
Meaning if you miss them.
If you miss them, you're in rough toes that is already over 4 inches thick. And it's heading towards 6 by the weekend.
Wow. Okay, so understand the pressure of today's cut. We first have to look at the sheer chaos of Thursday's opening round.
Yeah, Thursday was a roller coaster.
It really was. So before play was suspended for the 21-minute weather delay, the leaderboard was just fascinating. Tommy Fleetwood came out blazing.
He looked so dialed in.
He really did. Sitting at 5 under through 11 holes, and Maverick McNeely was right there too, closely followed at 4 under through 11.
And Justin Thomas with that explosive start.
Right. 3 straight birdies right out of the gate. But then, you look at Max Homa's completely wild scorecard.
Oh, man, what a ride that was.
1 eagle, 2 double bogeys, 2 bogeys, and 5 birdies. Just to sit at 1 under through 16. How does that even happen?
Well, that's Sawgrass, right? That leaderboard tells us the course is already showing its teeth. The margin between going on a birdie run and having a total double bogey disaster is razor thin.
Which explains some of the struggles we saw. And the withdrawals.
The WDs were shocking.
Brian Fox withdrew with an illness before even teeing off. But the biggest stunner was Colin Morikawa.
World number 4.
Yeah, world number 4 withdrawing with a back injury after playing just one hole. One hole.
It just shows you the physical toll that rough can take on a player's body. If you catch it heavy, it just grabs the club face.
Right. And because of the course's firmness, when a player tees off today might actually be just as important as how they are playing.
The wave advantage is huge today.
So let's talk about the morning wave. You've got that 8:52 a.m. group starting on the 10th tee. Rory McIlroy, Xander Schauffele, and Hideki Matsuyama.
That's a marquee group right there.
Definitely. But I've got to ask, with the morning chill, how much of a disadvantage is Rory at, given he's battling a stubborn back injury? We saw him visibly wincing yesterday.
It's a massive disadvantage. When it's chilly, muscles don't fire as quickly, they aren't as elastic. And Rory, he relies on so much torque. Digging out of wet, heavy morning rough when your back is tight is a nightmare scenario for him.
Which could be brutal. Now, compare that to the afternoon wave. Detail that 1:42 p.m. group on the first tee for us.
Right, so you've got Scotty Scheffler, Tommy Fleetwood, and Justin Thomas.
Okay, here's where it gets really interesting. Fleetwood is going to have to defend his lead on greens that will be totally baked out by the late afternoon.
Exactly. The morning dew will be long gone. Those Poa Trivialis greens are going to be like trampolines by 3 p.m.
Which segues perfectly into the players we really need to focus on today. Moving beyond just the tee times, let's identify the specific individuals you need to keep your eyes on.
Number 1 has to be Scotty Scheffler.
The world number 1 and defending champ. But he's trying to find his groove with that new tailor-made Kai 4D driver, right?
Yeah, and it's affecting his iron play. He currently ranks 88th in strokes gained approach this year.
Which is wild for Scotty.
It really is, and that's a huge vulnerability at Sawgrass.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be precise with your approach shots here.
Okay, player 2 on our list. Rory McIlroy.
World number 2, defending his 2025 title.
Right, where he beat J.J. Spawn in that Monday playoff. He leads the tour in strokes gained tee to green, but like we mentioned, that back injury is visibly bothering him, especially when chipping.
It's hard to watch, honestly. Then you have Tommy Fleetwood, our current leader.
Right.
He is tops on tour in strokes gained around the green, which is absolutely crucial for saving par here when things get firm.
Definitely. Number 4. Si Woo Kim, the 2017 champion. He actually leads the tour in proximity and is second in strokes gained tee to green.
He is a ball-striking machine when he's on.
He really is. And finally, number 5, Jake Knapp.
Returning from a T12 here last year, he's 3rd in bogey avoidance and 11th in strokes gained tee to green.
Playing smart, defensive golf.
Yeah. What's fascinating here is how each of these players represents a different strategic approach to surviving Friday's cut line. You have Fleetwood's scrambling, Kim's ball striking, Knapp's bogey avoidance. It's a clash of styles.
But the stats only tell half the story, right? The emotional atmosphere out on the stadium course is really what makes this tournament legendary.
Oh, without a doubt. The energy is unmatched.
Let's talk about the 17th hole drama. For anyone who hasn't been there, you're talking about a 137-yard island green. It's a 78-foot green entirely surrounded by water.
And surrounded by 36,000 spectators.
Yes. It creates this incredible Colosseum-like environment.
It's intimidating. And, the history of it is amazing. It was actually Alice Dye's idea, Pete Dye's wife.
I love that story.
Yeah, and now over 100,000 balls find the water there annually. Just average golfers and pros alike.
It's a graveyard for golf balls. And beyond just the 17th, there's this massive element of survival out there. Think about the 21-minute weather suspension yesterday.
Yeah, that's tough mentally.
Guys like Homa had to mentally recover from really difficult starts, sit in the locker room, and then march right back out in front of massive, energized crowds.
The psychological whiplash is intense.
Right. And, the high stakes on the course are perfectly mirroring the massive business stakes happening off the course this week.
The business side is fascinating right now.
Let's break down the state of the tour. PGA Tour CEO Brian Rolapp had his Wednesday press conference.
Yeah, and he laid out a totally new vision for the tour.
A really aggressive one. A 21 to 26 event schedule, double the signature events, smaller 120-player fields, and a European soccer-style promotion and relegation system.
It's all about creating this premium spectacle. And speaking of spectacle, the sheer scale of the production this week is mind-blowing.
It's massive.
You've got a $25 million total purse with $4.5 million going to the winner.
Wow.
They have 11 cameras dedicated just to the 17th hole. It's a massive broadcast effort across Golf Channel, NBC, Peacock, and ESPN+.
But hold on. Let me push back on this a little bit. If Rolab wants to mandate 120-player fields and cut down on sponsor exemptions, how does that square with this week's 123-player field that had to be expanded just to accommodate Brooks Koepka?
Well, that's the multi-million-dollar question, isn't it?
Yeah.
The tour wants these tight, elite fields, but when a needle mover like Koepka is involved, the rules suddenly get a little flexible.
That's a bit of a contradiction.
Definitely. But bringing it back to today's action, that global broadcast is about to capture some absolutely brutal scoring conditions.
Let's talk about that forecast.
After a warm December and a historically cold January and February, the agronomy team, led by Lucas Andrews, has basically engineered a monstrously firm course.
Like concrete.
Yeah, approach shots are literally bouncing knee-high.
And then you add the wind factor today. The wind direction and strength are going to be the ultimate wild card, particularly on the closing stretch.
That's where it gets scary. The 17th and 18th holes become terrifying in the wind. I mean, water is in play on 17 of the 18 holes out here.
So there's nowhere to hide.
Absolutely no bailout areas. If the wind shifts while the ball is in the air on 17, you are in the water.
So if you're a player standing on the first tee today, how do you actually survive this? What is the strategy?
You have to pass the Pete Dye test. It demands perfection. Players must hit these incredibly narrow fairways to avoid the 4-inch rough.
Yeah.
And you have to avoid the untouched waste bunkers.
And approach shot accuracy is everything, right?
It's paramount. Missing the green means dealing with uneven lies around these massive moguls, especially on the 14th hole.
Right. They just changed that.
Yeah, it recently got deeper moguls, and they added all those native grasses. It's a nightmare to chip out of.
So what does this all mean? Hitting these firm brown greens out of thick rough is like trying to drop a marble onto a kitchen counter and getting it to stop on a dime. It's practically impossible.
It's a great analogy.
It reminds me of what Jack Nicklaus complained about back in 1982. He said, trying to stop a ball here was like trying to stop a 5-iron on the hood of a car.
And that was in 82. It's even firmer now.
Exactly. All right, let's synthesize everything for everyone listening. Here are the top 5 things you should watch for during today's broadcast. Number 1, the cut line. Who actually survives the top 65 and ties?
Number 2, Fleetwood's lead. Can he hold off those baked-out, trampoline-like afternoon conditions?
Good question. Number 3, McIlroy's back. Will the defending champ make it through 18 holes or suffer Morikawa's fate and have to withdraw?
Number 4, island green drama. How many balls will the swirling wind claim on 17 today?
I'm guessing a lot. And number 5, the firming greens. Will the course reach unplayable major championship speeds by 5 p.m. today?
Which leaves me with a final, kind of provocative thought for you to mull over. If the Tour successfully pushes course conditions to these absurd major championship limits, will the players embrace the challenge? Or are we going to see a return of the 1980s player revolts, where they called Pete Dye's design Star Wars Golf, created by Darth Vader?
That is the perfect question to end on. We will see how they handle it today. If you enjoy this type of daily golf briefing and deep analysis from the world of professional golf, please subscribe to the channel. Your support helps us produce more high-quality golf content every day.